up, YouTube? Topaz Yates back for another daily review, and this one is to that Frank Ocean featuring Travis Scott, that Lens V2, and I'm giving this one yellow light because, quite frankly, not that interested in it. It's not that good of a song, but yet the song isn't like god awful or anything like that. It's really just a song that I listen to a couple times to break down what he's talking about on it, and then just move on to the next and never come back to it. This track is called V2 because this is the second variation of this same song here, because the first one, all it is just without the outro that's within the second one, which all that is Travis Scott taking the concept and doing his own thing with it. So it's ultimately all the same stuff. It's just, I guess they just dropped it at two different times. So the concept of lenses is pretty much having that feeling that people are always watching you. And the way Frank Ocean goes about it is he's talking about his exes that he's dealt with before in the past. They're always going forever to see what he's doing with his life and all that. But then he concludes it on his last verse talking about the deceased people that are within his family that he feels though is watching down on him, being proud of the actions that he's making and all that. Which that's a pretty decent concept, as Travis Scott takes it and flips it into a different area on the outro where he's more talking about how paparazzi is always watching and whatever when he comes out shining on people. The production wasn't all that bad, man, but in the end it just came off really dry and it kind of stretched out longer than what it really needed to be. And honestly, either variation of it wasn't that quality of a track here, man. One I would definitely say you guys can go ahead and skip past. But a quick recap here, man. The positives that I'm taking from this is the concept of it was pretty decent, but yet the negatives is it's not that entertaining of a track. But this concludes today's review, man, and now we're going to jump into a brief instrumental from underground producer GP Beat Bangers before we jump into the news and then jump into an article from DownloadPaz.com. So did you guys see in the news that Kendrick Lamar came in #1 overall, which was obviously going to happen, as he sold over 603,000 units, but yet also all 4 of his albums have hit the Billboard chart all at the same time for this. And you know, that kind of thing does happen as well when you're a notable act as Kendrick is. So hey, big shouts out to Kendrick for selling like he's selling. But anyway, on to today's article from DownloadPaz.com, and today's article is about being a good sport, because this is an important thing for you to do, especially in this social media driven world that we're living in right now. Sometimes you just gotta take your L and be a good sport about it, man, because if you continue to fight it, you're going to dig yourself a grave that you may never come up out of, man, and you're gonna constantly be arguing and bickering with trolls and all that when you really don't need that. Take for example when Young Jock came out with his new hairstyle and all of that, and everybody was clowning him left and right, man. Like, some people would take that and be upset and try to flip out on other people, like I believe Jaheim or was it Tank, one of those dudes did the same exact thing, but yet Young Jock did the smart thing. He started roasting with them. He was honestly a really good sport about people roasting on him, and it honestly paid dividends, because with him being in the media like that, man, he honestly had more projects to go to line up that people would be peeping for, because people now have heard of him again. Understand you're not gonna win them all, and sometimes it's just better for you to go along with the jokes and be a good sport about things, because none of these jokes can actually hurt you or anything like that unless you allow them to. And that's the thing that a lot of people tend to do on social media and get themselves caught up in dumb stuff. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpaz.com, that's down there, to read today's article.